You know that voice in your head every morning? The one that whispers just 5 more minutes when your alarm goes off? Yeah, that's the same voice that's been keeping you exactly where you are. Every single morning, I wake up to that same battle. My mind presenting me with a menu of excuses. Stay comfortable, it says. You've earned the rest. But here's what I've learned. Most days I don't want to get up either. There's no cheering squad waiting in my living room, no trophy at the end of my morning routine. Most people can't even imagine being productive at that hour. They're already dreading Monday on Sunday afternoon, counting down to Friday before Tuesday even starts. And honestly, I understand the appeal of staying in bed. It's warm, it's safe, it's comfortable. But that's exactly why I love these early hours, because I know my competition won't be there. While they're hitting snooze, I'm sharpening my edge. Not because it feels good, trust me, it rarely does, but because I refuse to be ordinary. But here's the reality check. You don't evolve in your comfort zone. You evolve when life has you pinned against the wall, when every fiber of your being is screaming for mercy. That motivational post you saved on Instagram can't do it. It's all on you, and that's not a burden, that's your superpower. Every excuse you've been clinging to, you own it. Every fear that's been controlling you, that's yours too. Your past, with all its mistakes and missed opportunities, still yours. But here's the beautiful part. So is your future. So is your potential. So is every single day between now and who you could become. You want to make 2025 different? Then start suffering with purpose today, so you don't have to suffer from regret forever. Turn off the distractions. Turn on the discipline. Become the kind of person who doesn't need perfect conditions to perform. Build your habits in the darkness and solitude when there's no audience to impress. You weren't designed to live within limits. You were built to shatter them. And if there's even a spark of fight left in you, even a whisper of, what if? Then get up, move, transform, and you look that pain in the eye and say, is that all you've got? I've put myself through hell more times than I can count, not because I'm some kind of masochist, but because I understand that pressure creates diamonds and fire forges steel. Like metal in a forge, I've had to heat myself up, hammer out the weakness, and reshape myself into something unbreakable. Every time I wanted to tap out, I stayed in the ring. Every time it hurt, I leaned into the pain instead of away from it. This is how warriors are made, not in comfort, but in chaos. If you want to become someone who can't be broken, you have to live in conditions that would break most people. You want to know the secret to being exceptional? Move when movement is uncomfortable. Work when the work is invisible. Become obsessed with gaining advantages that nobody else is willing to pursue. Out here in the pre-dawn darkness, comfort isn't just the enemy. It's the graveyard where potential goes to die. It's just me standing at the crossroads between who I was yesterday and who I could become today. The truth is, you don't rise because you're re-motivated. You rise because you've trained yourself to move when motivation is nowhere to be found. The perfect conditions you need to start, they're a fantasy. The miracle that's going to change everything, it's not on its way. Nobody's going to knock on your door and hand you the life you want. Not the universe, not luck, not some magical alignment of circumstances. Everything you need is already inside you, but you've buried it under layers of fear, excuses, and comfortable lies. You're carrying around the weight of your past like a backpack full of rocks, every failure, every moment of shame, every time you chose easy over necessary. And here's the brutal truth. You can't outrun that weight. You either face it head on or it slowly crushes you. Most people choose to be crushed. They'd rather live small than fight big. But not me. I choose to fight because I've learned that the only way out of your mess is straight through it. That weaker version of yourself, the one that wants to hit snooze and coast through another day, he's always there, waiting for his chance to take over. Most of us become expert architects, building walls around these spaces, pretending they don't exist. But here's what nobody tells you. Buried pain doesn't decompose. It metastasizes. It spreads through your life like a disease, weakening everything it touches. That shame you're carrying, it's not protecting you, it's imprisoning you. I had to learn this the hard way. I had to venture into those dark corners and drag every demon into the light. I had to ask myself the questions that made me squirm. What's really holding you back? What are you so afraid of facing? This is the real work, not the stuff you post about, not the victories you celebrate, but the battles you fight in the privacy of your own mind. Anyone can fake success on the surface, but until you win the war raging inside your head, you're still losing. Strength doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from walking straight into it over and over until it loses its power over you. So I don't give him the opportunity. I don't think about it. I just move. Here's something nobody talks about. There's no magical moment coming. No crowd gathering to watch your transformation. No finish line where suddenly everything makes sense. It's just you, the pain of growth, and the choice you make when nobody's looking. People love to wait for the right time to start, when they feel inspired, when circumstances align, when life gets easier. But what happens when you're broke, exhausted, and can't see the light at the end of the tunnel? That's exactly when it matters most. You show up anyway. You train without the 5K on the calendar. You push when there's no Instagram story to post about it. You embrace the suffering without any guarantee of reward. Why? Because life doesn't send you a warning before it tests you. One day, opportunity will knock, and if you've been sitting on the couch waiting for motivation, you'll get crushed by the very moment you've been waiting for. So I train in obscurity. I work in the shadows where nobody cares about my progress. Because when life finally calls my number, I won't just be ready. I'll be over-prepared. There's something almost sacred about 3 M. The world is asleep. The streets are empty, and it's just you and the work. Let me save you some time. That sign you're waiting for isn't coming. We all have our demons. Those dark corners of our minds where we've stuffed our pain, our failures, our deepest shamas. Everyone wants the transformation without the crucible. They want to level up without paying the price. Here's the most liberating truth you'll ever hear. Nobody's coming to save you. Your parents can't do it. Your friends can't do it. Follow soul spark motion, because average dies here and your next level begins now.